let's talk a little bit about terms, definitions, things to know about insurance, claims when you sustain damage on your home, kind of what these things mean and how to interpret them. Actual cash value, that's the amount the insurance places on the value of a specific item of your home. For example, one shingle costs $1, whatever the case may be. That is their, typically they have internal documents and rates, ratios, sheets, etc., that define what costs are in certain areas. And so the actual cash value is the dollar value given to that item at that particular time. The replacement cost value is what it costs to replace, say, that roof or that piece of siding or that window at now, current time. So your actual cash value is typically your RCV, replacement cost value, minus your depreciation gives you your actual cash value. Depreciation, just reduction in the value of an asset over time, typically due to wear and tear or sustained damage. So again, RCV, replacement cost value. So this roof costs $10,000 to replace today, minus depreciation, which is, okay, that roof is 10 years old, so minus 10 years gives you actual cash value. So that's how those three intertwine. Those are some big ones to know. I would say if you need further information on that, look it up online, dig into those. Aside from that, deductible versus premium. Premium is the price you pay every year to maintain that insurance on that asset. Deductible, that is the amount you pay to sort of enact that claim. That's your responsibility. Same for auto and health insurance. It's all very similar as far as premiums and deductibles. If you file a claim, if you have an accident, whatever, you're going to pay a deductible, which enables that claim or kind of, acts or turns on that insurance policy. Claim, that is just a notification. It can be a letter, a phone call, an email, text, however you communicate with your insurer, stating you sustained damage. Again, for our circumstances, let's say the roof sustained damage in a hailstorm. I'm going to file a claim. I'm going to tell my agent. My agent is going to relay that information to my carrier or my insurer, such as insurer, carrier, State Farm, Allstate, Progressive. Any one of those are considered a carrier. They kind of hold your insurance. Your agent is just your sort of intermediary between you and your carrier. So they don't necessarily handle anything as far as the policy go, or they write the policies, but then they turn that to the carrier who holds the policy. That's an important thing to know. If your agent, this is becoming common in some areas, it happens in older policies, it happens where things get lost, or younger, agents who don't quite understand some of these things. They will write you a policy that maybe doesn't have an RCV. It isn't an RCV policy. Therefore, you cannot recoup the replacement cost value. You can only get the actual cash value, which is typically much less than what it costs to replace that roof in today's dollars. So be careful about that. Make sure you double check those things when moving insurance policies, when reviewing yearly policies with your agents. Just that's something to talk about. Along those lines, some policies have exclusions. Flood insurance is a common one where a policy may have weather damage, hail, wind damage, etc., but it does not have a flood clause or flood insurance included. Those are unique circumstances, but that's a big one for an exclusion. I'm sure there's other items that fall into that, but those are kind of your main terms and definitions to know. I did my best explaining them. If you want any more, just look them up online and dive into them.